All right. That music cutter is so abrupt. Let's get rid of the bear snack. All right, thank you. This is 365 Days of 37 with Frank Brenner. Today we are on day 31. And what I wanted to do was use XSplit again, even though I said I'm going to primarily use my iPhone 11. I realized today that I don't remember how to use XSplit, which is what I used a lot in the beginning. So I just want to do a refresher because the whole point of this is to use all of my tools so that next year I can just make what I want to make. So I've embedded my channel here below, and all I'm going to do today is really just go through very briefly the first 30 days. I mean, it's going to be really cool when I can look back and see 365 of these, even if nobody watches. I mean, look, write, fail, move forward. That is one view, and that's from 2 days ago. The funny thing is that takes time, you know. Some of these, like in the last week, have only had 7, 5, 1 views. That's pretty terrible as far as like the amount of effort that goes into it. But what I'm gaining from this is really the payback. So I don't know. One of the things that Mark sent me something that was really cool. He said, let's see. Picasso created more than 50,000 works of art. How many are considered masterpieces that we still admire today? It's about 100. So less than 1% of his creations are still relevant. So stop trying to be perfect. It's a numbers game. Start creating. I put that in yesterday's thing that we did with Erwin also. But it's true. I mean, what I'm getting from this is invaluable for myself, for the content that I'll be able to create. So today I came back on. I'm trying something different with the lighting because I noticed that when I did the 2 biggest changes to make any year entry, so it was day 29, I had a lot of lens glare in my glasses. So today the ring light is actually up and to the right and pointing down. What you see here is actually a reflection from the screen of the computer. So let's just go through real quick. Cool thing about 30 days worth of content is that if in general, I'm going to kind of go over my face a little bit here, but I guess I can do this. So, you know, in general, like this is only 32 seconds long. So day 1 was already to a rough start. I tried to do a million different things and none of them worked, but I wanted to get something out. I was not going to take failure as an answer. And it was just basically me writing with a Sharpie, which I love Sharpies. I'm going to get into Sharpie art in future episodes. And it was just on a canvas writing, I think, just day 1. You can see by day 3, I started to get into more playing with the thumbnails. Day 4, I was working with the DJI Osmo Pro. Day 5, you can definitely see that I was using what I'm using now, XSplit. Day 6 was more of a vlog style. Day 7, I really tried something different with, making the thumbnail different. But right here is actually using a pseudo green screen using XSplit's VCam 7. The retro tech viewing party, that was different. It was a completely different thing than the other days. It wasn't vlog style. It was Erwin and I, basically doing a viewing party of something that we were looking at. The next one was an interview, then it was an unboxing, then it was like kind of a commentary on what do you feel about things like the Fat app, which is kind of a bull crap thing. It was 23 seconds long, but it was interesting. The next one I did another makeshift thumbnail, and that was actually a cool episode. That's when we figured out that after all that we did, it was taking so long for this to upload that we could actually use VPN to turn back time. So I'm actually not going to go through all of these because it's getting long, but it's really interesting. But what's great is like I've learned a lot, and I haven't taken all the things I've learned yet and put it into one entry, but because it's a lot of stuff. But this whole like having a daily thing that I have to get done by a certain time, this deadline has been really awesome. It's going to help me in front of the camera. It's going to help me behind the camera. I actually liked the rant that I did with Erwin yesterday. It was late. We had a nice time. Hey, it's 31 days, and I'm keep going. I really think that so far, I think the how to use stickers to hit your goals for 2020, that's probably the best thumbnail I've done so far. If you look in some of the older ones, you can tell that I didn't understand the aspect ratio, so I was taking more, vertical pictures, not the right ratio. Like, so if you like Oopsie Billie Eilish upload video, vlogging tips for your iPhone 11 Pro Max, day 20, a lot of those, they have the bars on the side. It's because I didn't do it right. But it's cool. I mean, it's also cool to look at what works. So, some of the videos that have more views, the content might not even be better. But it's like one of those things where like you get the cereal that has like the most attractive box, regardless of how it tastes. So, the Create What You Want, day 19 out of 365, it's 24 views. It's one of the higher views. I'm assuming that's just because of the thumbnail. Maybe it's because of the title. I haven't used any hashtags yet, which is cool because I'm sure I'm going to look back 100 days from now and be like, yo, Frank, why weren't you using hashtags? You can see, I mean, the right fail move forward. I'm surprised that only had one view, to be honest with you. I did a lot with that thumbnail. But whatever, people suck. 22 views with soup dumplings, Chinatown. I think maybe that's partly because of the thumbnail and the title. So it's a learning experience. If you haven't looked through these, definitely start looking through them. I realize now that it's very hard to go through this. If 30 days in, I mean, you literally have to probably spend 2 hours to watch all the stuff that I created. I mean, look, you got that one with yesterday, the other one was ridiculous. 46 minutes. Then it's 4, 2, 3. So we're at 10, 12, 13, 15, 31, 40. I mean, it's definitely over 2 hours worth of content, which is cool. And that's not even including the time it took to make this content, which is hours. So it's a great learning experience. This is just a 30-day recap. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and at some point, obviously, this is a learning experience. So you're just here. We're all taking the ride together. If this is something you're doing, maybe you are making a podcast or you want to make videos too, let's do it at the same time. This is just an exercise. Thanks for watching.